Hi Capricorn, this is Christine with Indigo Wings, and this is your love reading for the month of December. I know I am late getting these out, and I apologize for that. Before I get into the reading, just a reminder that this is a general reading for a large number of people, so there's a chance it may not resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. It just isn't the reading for you. For those of you who are interested in getting a personal reading with me, I am offering a special just for my YouTube followers. I'm offering this spread, which I refer to as a love tarot scope. I'm offering a 6-month version for $60 or a 3-month version for $40. The 6-month version is typically $115, so it's a really good value that you are getting. That's going to be available through December 16th. I might extend it just because I've been running late with getting these out, so I'm going to kind of wait and see where I'm at with things by that. Also, I am changing how I put my videos out. I am basing it now on the number of likes each video gets. So if you want your reading to be done first, make sure you like the video so you have a better chance of that. Okay, so I think that's everything I wanted to say. So the theme for this month is you deserve love. And I feel like either something's going to be coming up that makes you feel like, you know, maybe there's something wrong with you that you don't, you know, that you're not, some of you are going to think something's wrong with you, but, you know, it's like you're getting a complex, like, why are things not working out the way I want them to? Why aren't these people, you know, staying around? And you're just, I feel like you're kind of getting into this cycle of doubting yourself and doubting your worth. So the cards that come out, the first cards that come out, we have the Queen of Earth and the Knight of Water. And I feel like there is either someone is coming towards you, you know, this Knight of Water energy, this is falling in love, this is, you know, a very emotional, deep, kind of getting carried away type of love. You know, but it's kind of easy to get swept up in all of that. But we have the Queen of Earth, and I feel like the Queen of Earth is kind of like keeping you grounded and keeping you, you know, from getting too carried away with things. I feel like, you know, this is like a grounding energy where you're like, okay, I need to take a sensible approach to this. Don't get carried away. But I feel like this is coming from something that has happened to you before, where you maybe have gotten carried away, or you've been swept off your feet, and then you were let down. You know, there's just this like sense of cautiousness. The clarifying cards I pulled out, I pulled the Magician, and so I do feel like this is something new, whether it's a new person or it's kind of moving up a level, like, you know, like a relationship moving to another level. Like it is something new that is starting. But then, like I said, we have this 10 of Swords. I feel like this is like a, you know, like you've been really, what's the word? Not bogged down, but like broken down. Like something in your past, you know, you were just down. And this is like, you know, like you've kind of hit rock bottom, and now it can only get, you know, it can only go up from here. And I feel like this is you kind of taking the swords out of your back and getting up and being like, okay, let's try this again. It can't get any worse from this point. But I'm feeling like this, like, defeated energy. And I feel like that's where this "you are lovable, you deserve love" card comes in. Like, I feel like there's just this like energy of defeat because you've been broken down before. So the next 3 cards came out all at the same time. We have the Moon, we have the 8 of Water, we have the 7 of Earth. And what I am seeing with this, I feel like what you need to be doing is kind of tuning into your intuition versus tuning into your ego and fear, because there's stuff going on with this Knight of Water energy that you are not aware of, and I feel like there's stuff happening that you're just not privy to. But I feel like it's going to send you into this place of fear where you feel like you're back in this 10 of Swords energy of, being broken down again, like, oh great, here we go again. But it's not real. It's like you're going to think you know what's going on, but you don't. And I think that there's going to be an assumption of something not working out the way you want it to, because we have this 8 of Water. And I don't, either you are going to say, you know what, I'm moving on, this isn't for me, making kind of like a rush judgment. And I feel like that's kind of what is going to happen with a lot of you. But there's some of you who might be automatically assuming that it's the other person that's moving on. But I'm feeling that a lot less. I'm really feeling like it's going to be like a snap, like, oh no, I'm not doing this again. I need to get out of here because I don't want to get hurt. Then you have the 7 of Earth. And I feel like this card is coming up because it's a message for you to be hearing right now before you get to this point, is that whatever's going on, you don't know. You think you know, you don't know. And what's happening, it's just a temporary pause. And you're getting worried. You're going back to this 10 of Swords energy for no reason. But for you, you're not going to be feeling like it's for no reason, because the clarifying card here is the 4 of Cups. And I feel like whatever it is that is happening, that you don't know the whole story, it's going to be bringing up feelings of rejection for you. And I feel like like you're going to be majorly triggered, and maybe kind of act hastily. And I feel like you might be kind of, I feel like it's something that you might end up regretting. I mean, whatever you end up doing, you're going to do, right? Like, that's the way it's meant to go. But I really feel like the message is here that you're getting worked up over something that isn't even a thing. And I know that it's because you've been hurt before, and you have like a wall up that you're not going through that again. So it's kind of like the second you feel that, oh, they're not into me, or, oh, like just kind of any slight, I feel like you get the sense of being rejected, and it's not that. So try to be patient and not go into this triggered state if you can. I mean, when you're triggered, you're triggered. You can't help it. But just try to remember that this is temporary. It's not going to be long lasting. But I think what's going to happen is you are going to be feeling rejected. And so what you're going to do, you have the 8 of Earth. You're going to turn the focus onto something else to get your mind off of things. I kind of wonder if this is something that you have done in the past, like, oh, this isn't going well, or I'm really being hurt, so I'm going to focus on learning something new. I'm going to focus on school. I'm going to focus on my job. I'm going to, take on some extra projects. Like, you're going to do whatever you can to have your time taken up by something else, have your mind occupied by something else. The clarifying cards, though, that came out, and I kind of loved how they came out because I feel like they kind of give you a little bit of an explanation of what's going to go down and what's happening. So we have the 8 of Wands. I feel like you're going to hear from this person, you know, maybe through email or text message, you know, and I feel like it's not going to be taking very long for you to hear from this person. And then you have the 10 of Wands. I feel like it's going to come out that this person has been under a lot of stress. They've been carrying some burdens, you know, and maybe you end up sharing that you've been carrying some burdens too. But I feel like there's going to be a message coming to you that there's been a lot of burden and stress happening. But then the last card is the Sun. I feel like everything's going to end on a good note here. Like, you're going to be like, oh, okay, this is actually good. Everything's fine. They just had some other things going on that needed their attention. So know that things are going to work out the way they're meant to. And they're going to work out, I think, in your best interest, no matter what you might think. Try not to assume the worst. Try not to, you know, get too freaked out. And I am doing this reading, I think today is the 9th. Yes, today is December 9th. So this is for December 9th through the 31st. So some of you might have already started some of this, but I feel like it's all going to be coming up and you're going to move through it pretty quickly. The surrender card for the month is surrender to effortlessness. And I kind of love this card for how things kind of panned out here. The card says, stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. And I really feel like, you know, I feel like you might think that you go with the flow, but in this scenario, you're not, because you're ready to write this person off and say, see ya. Instead of kind of seeing where things are going. You might even be trying to move things further with this connection a little more quickly than they're meant to. You know, just try to, you know, enjoy each day as it comes and be in the moment. But the biggest thing here, though, is, you know, remember that you do deserve love and that you are lovable and that there is nothing wrong with you. You know, so try not to go into that state when you're feeling triggered. So Capricorn, I hope that this reading was helpful for you. I hope that it resonated with you. If it did, my website to order your own personal reading is indigowingshealing.com. If you are interested in the 6-month tarot scope for $60 or the 3-month tarot scope for $40, my email is in the description box below. Email me and we will get you set up with that. I have to send you an invoice and then we'll get that scheduled. Also, just a reminder that I am putting out the future videos based on the number of likes they get. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe. That way you are notified of my videos as soon as I upload them. And then, of course, I love to read your comments. I would love to hear what you think about the channel, or if there's anything that you want to see me do that I'm not doing, or even just let me know what you think of the reading. I would love to hear from you. So with that, I hope you have a wonderful December. If you're celebrating any holidays this month, I wish you well, and I will see you very soon with the January reading.